Well, how about it, y'all? This is Daniel Nicholson with Nicholson Farms, and welcome back to another video. We're gonna have a busy afternoon. I've got several things I need to get done this afternoon. I actually have somebody on the way now to buy my 2 male rabbits that I'm not using. I'm gonna try to talk them into buying my third one. I think they're buying them to butcher, so I'm gonna try to talk them into buying the third one so I can just get a new buck and don't have to worry about what buck who's bred to and all that stuff. Just start over with 5 does and 1 buck. My brother went down to my grandparents' property yesterday and brought back a whole trailer load of hay. Hopefully that's the last load of the year. Need to get that unloaded. I really would like to get our steers started on some electric fence for polywire and step-in posts so we can start rotating our steers a little bit, trying to conserve our grass, giving our soil a little more time to recover before it's grazed. Need to water the greenhouse, but we got to start where we start every day, and that's doing chores. So I guess let's get to it. So I went by the feed store today and picked up another bag of rabbit food. Stopped up by the highway by the pig pen, grabbed all my step-in posts. Need to clean all these buckets out the back of the truck. No wonder I can never find a feed bucket right in the back of my truck. We got to feed the pigs today. Got a barrel of feed for them. We're gonna go fill up that feeder here in just a second. I know they're probably close to being out as of what I saw it yesterday, so need to feed them as well. Feed for the bucks. Feed for the rabbits. Gotta do my little cups for the rabbits. Oh, it's over here. I'll give y'all a little bit. Y'all about to go. So I don't know if you can hear me over all these goats, but I've been trying something the past couple, probably 2-3 weeks now. But that's been putting apple cider in our water, our drinking water for our does and our steer goats. It's supposed to have several different benefits. One being, you know, just the health in the gut, which can lead to a better immune system, better looking coats, better weight gain. Also can do things for his parasite loads, just helping them out a little bit. It's a pretty inexpensive way to kind of help them out, so I'm just kind of testing it out. I will say that I have noticed the consumption of water drinking has gone up a lot since I've done it. I don't know if the apple cider vinegar has something that's they're depleted of, or they just like the taste, but more water is better for them anyways. But I can't remember the actual dosage. I've just been putting 3 cups to 50 gallons of water. They've got about 1/3 of this tank left, so I'm gonna just add 2 cups today and let that tank fill up while I go feed the rabbit tractor. I feel bad for those rabbits when these goats are in here. The goats jump on top of that rabbit tractor. So I feed them inside so they don't rip off the feeder. I've got this bale out. The goats are wasting a ton of this hay right here. But this is an old bale that we had in the back of the barn. It's got a little bit good. I think it's probably 2 years old. Let the goats pick off of what they want, but we have this bare spot where we ran our water line. So I'm not mad at them. If they leave some, we're gonna cover up this bare soil with that extra hay. Next on the agenda, the piggies. Well, the piggies are doing good. Their pen is starting to get dry again. That's all right, it's supposed to rain pretty much all day tomorrow, so it's gonna be a muddy mess again. So I've been asked before what I feed my pigs, and for those that don't know, I work at a large poultry farm, and basically what I feed my pigs is spilt grain, anything I can get my hands on, really, as long as it's nice and clean. I don't feed them nothing nasty. But we have these screeners on our augers that go into the chicken houses that basically pick out decent sized chunks that don't need to go through the augers, like something like that can crush up. The pig can digest that. But it also sometimes spits out cracked corn and soybean meal as well. That's the majority of the ration. So that's what I feed my pigs. It's not a pork blend, you know, it's not a finisher blend or anything like that. The pigs do grow a little bit slower, but I can't complain. I don't have to invest my money into feed for the pigs. So I can grow the pigs pretty much for what I pay for the pigs, other than my time. But that's what I feed my pigs. Maybe one day I'm gonna have to start buying pig feed, but for now, this is what I'm gonna use. So all these guys are fed, the feeder's full, put the top back on, it's supposed to rain starting in the morning. Water's full. Let's go feed our two little gilts that we're raising to breed. Hold on. These two girls are just back here snoozing, but they're fed. For right now, I still got them in this lot right here. I'm gonna clean this little bay out where we had our three hogs that we ended up butchering. I don't know if you can tell on camera, that's built up about 2 foot from where I was adding hay. They spilt feed in there, they're pooping, peeing. I'm gonna pull all that out, make a pile out of it, and start composting it. But whenever I get it pulled out, I'm gonna lock those two gilts back in this so we can start that process over again. But they're fed and watered. Need to fill up the water for the steers. Well, pig chores are off the list. Move on down the line, I reckon. I left the gate open, and this thunder's been having free-for-all. So the people that was supposed to buy the rabbits, they're still not here. They're supposed to be here at 4. Here it is about 4:30, 4:35 or something like that. But that's just part of it whenever you're selling to the public. You know, I don't know these people. They contacted me off of Craigslist. It's just how it is, but that's also how I make my money here at a farm. We don't have a set client base or anything like that. We sell off of Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist for the most part. A little bit word of mouth, but mostly those two avenues. But I left my reel over by the pig pen, and our two gilts got out of the electric fence the other day, and it looks like they had a time of this mess. So while I'm waiting on them with the rabbits to get the rabbits, I guess I'll just work on this. I believe I'm just gonna cut this and start all over. So still no rabbit buyer, so I got some feed. I guess let's go work on the temporary fence. I gave the steers a little bit of grain to keep them preoccupied. While I do this, I've got all my step-in posts, my reel. The person that's supposed to buy a rabbit still isn't here, so I'm gonna start working on this. All we're gonna do is encase this little front section with this wire, leaving it where they can't get back over here. We're gonna leave them in here for about 3 to 4 days maybe, and then we're gonna start giving them real small pieces throughout this pasture on top of the hill over here. So let me get this strung out real quick. Probably not gonna record too much of it, just so I can get it done before these guys get done eating. That way I don't have to chase them this way. All right, so behind me we got the fence set up. I put the posts pretty close together. I'd say they're about every 15, 16 foot or so. I wanted to add a lot of posts to this so it show a good visual, because I am just running one strand of hot wire. That's what most people run with the cows. I don't know if they've ever seen it, I'm pretty sure they haven't, and this is the first time I've ran one strand. Every other time our other steers were around this stuff, it was 3 to 4 strands for the goats, and the cow was just on the other side of it. But it's up now. We're gonna see how it does. It is hot. I just tested it, and we're over 7,000 volts. That's just as far as my little meter shows. So it's nice and hot. Hopefully they don't test it. They've got everything they need over here. They've got mineral. We're feeding them a little bit of grain. They got plenty of grass. There's some hay on top of the hill, and water up at the barn. So they should have everything they need. Hopefully we can start rotating these guys and better utilizing our grass. Trying not to take everything when we go by with the animals. We're just trying to mow it down a little bit and keep on moving so that grass has time to recover. They don't go back for too many more bites. And hopefully in return, we're gonna put a litter on the soil and build our soil over time doing that. But this project's done. Still no rabbit people. So I guess let's go to the greenhouse, take care of what I've got in there, and still gotta unload some hay. That might have to wait till tomorrow. So up here at the greenhouse, everything pretty much looks the same from the last time you saw it. Still have tons of salad and all our spring stuff, but I'm actually supposed to have 2, possibly 3 people coming tomorrow to purchase some stuff. But inside the greenhouse, I guess a little bit of change. A lot more tomatoes are up. Go through here and weed out a couple extras here in a couple days, make sure everybody makes it. We've got some cucumbers coming up, all that stuff. This side is really popping. My zucchini squash is not popping all at the same time. I like for everything to try to come up at the same time, but it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it now. But I'm about to take this heater out, water this thing good. You can see getting a little dry in here. So a couple videos ago, I was talking about really wetting your soil down whenever you go to pack your flats. I just want to show you the difference in this one right here and this one, or all these really right here. This one I just kind of threw in at the last minute. Some Marion tomatoes. Ran out of wet soil, skipped a step, just packed these as tight as I could, wetted them down, but you can see how much faster this one is drying out than pretty much the rest of them. I did the same thing on these right here. I did these at my house. Didn't have a tub to mix them in, so I just threw it in there, but you can kind of see how light that is compared to maybe this one back here. So let me get to watering real quick. I'm just going to water inside the greenhouse. These plants out here could use some water, but it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow and a part of the day the next day. So we'll just let Mother Earth take care of these, and we'll water these real quick. I'm not going to film that. It's watering a plant. How interesting can that be? So let me get this done real quick. Well, we got the greenhouses and all the plants watered. Got pretty much everything I was shooting to do this afternoon done. We've got everybody fed up. We put up our temporary fence. That was my main goal. Hopefully those cows are going to start respecting that, and we can start moving them along and saving our grass and growing better grass, hopefully. Got some stuff coming for the goats here in a couple weeks, and we're going to start rotating them a whole lot different than we used to. We're going to try something else out. So that's going to be in a few short weeks, but I'm going to go ahead and unload this hay off camera and wrap this video up. My brother actually went down to our family land down in Bamberg County in the lower part of the state in South Carolina and brought back some bales. He was down there kind of supervising the people that was planting our coastal field, sprigging our coastal Bermuda field down there. We're about to get to the point where we're going to start baling. We got, I think, right at 12 acres sprigged yesterday, so hopefully that's going to take off. We're going to be in the hay business, or at least Matthew is. That's more his project. But he brought a sprayer back. It's a boomless sprayer. My dad wants to put some booms on it, so that might be a future video, trying to figure out how to put booms on that sprayer so we can spray nitrogen and things like that on the coastal field. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, get this hay unloaded, head to the house. I guess the rabbit people ain't coming, but that's all right. I really appreciate you hanging out with us. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, leave us a comment, and we'll see y'all on the next one. Well, you're on the right side. Did you get shot yet?